Hey, we're live. I think we're right on time. Right on 6 o'clock.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Lalit. How are you tonight?
I'm doing just great. How are you doing, Deborah?
I've had a really good day.
I'm happy to hear that. That's good. I hope you're all having a very good day.
Yep, yep. And as you know, how we work Fridays is that Lalit has a presentation she gives um, about the upcoming energies for the next week, as far as astrology goes. And then after that, there are free mini readings. The hashtag is, I forgot to add here it is. Let me add it. Oh, rats. I had all this time to do it and I forgot to do it. Hang on, everyone. There we are. Okay. Hashtag Friday will get you into the queue for the giveaway tool. Last week, we had a lot of donations. Thank you so much. That really helped. The lady and I shared that. It was wonderful. If it's a super chat, super sticker, Venmo, PayPal, any kind of donation puts your question as a priority. You don't have to spin to win. You've already won. And we thank you for your generosity. So if you have a burning question, you might consider doing that to make sure we get to your question tonight. I will ask you if you have a specific question when you win. I will ask you. And so if I don't hear from you, it'll be a general. Also, those if they want to donate like a super sticker, you can write your question in there so I can just bring it up and answer it for you. But I wanted to say hi for just a second here to New Start Wendy H. Guess what? You get the cookie. And I know, Cynthia, you're bummed out. You didn't get that. You're usually right on. And Marby is here. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'll remember, Marby, that you want a general. I hope to remember. I've been forgetting things. Zelina Donna, I've got your general question start if it comes around to that. Uh, Mariel's great Mary, sorry, Maria is grateful. I'm sorry. I even have my new glasses on. No, no excuse. Cynthia, good to see you. Tiffany is here. I hope I don't miss anybody. Sandra Dill, yay! Good to see you, sweetheart. And CJ is here. Right on. You would like a general? Awesome. So again, if you please do hashtag Friday, just the way it is in the chat. It'll put you in the queue. If we're going to do free readings, that's how I'll choose. And without further ado, because I want to keep this show about an hour. and Lalit's information is so important. So I am going to clear the way. Let me get rid of Friday here. And then I'll get rid of myself. So the stage is yours, my love.
Hi, everybody. I hope you had a beautiful new moon because we had some lovely energy going at that time, and I hope you all benefited from that. You may have noticed that now things have started to shift a little bit, getting a little bit more intense. The second half of this month is going to be very, shall we say, dynamic a little bit. That would be the nice word for it. Insane would be another word for it. It's going to be really busy, busy, busy. And let's take just a look at today's chart and then we'll talk about it. So here's today's chart. And I have to tell you, my computer program went down completely. This is my backup program. It's an old program that I have because my astrology program just completely crashed and I have to reinstall it after talking to the company tomorrow because they have to send me a new download. So that's how bad it is. Remember, I told you we were going to have some computer glitches this week. So there it is for me. Now, when you look at today's chart, you will notice, oh my gosh, Square. You see all those red lines that are forming a square. That is called a grand square. Oh my gosh, a grand cross in all directions. And that is a sign of a day where you're going to run into some difficulties and some tribulation. So we have, in this side of the chart, we have exact conjunctions between Mars, Sun, and Venus. So we talked about how that was happening last time. Mercury's also in the mix, and all of that is opposing Jupiter. So this is high, intense energy, and things are going a little bit haywire in a lot of directions. We have also the moon involved, and we have Chiron and the Pite of Fortune. We have a beautiful grand square. So squares everywhere. The only trine that we have, which is where we have ease and energy, beautiful flowing, is between Uranus and Pluto, and that's no kind of trine. And we're going to talk about that Uranus-Pluto trine because this is a big deal for everybody today. And Uranus and Pluto have this trine like this in cycles, just like all astrology things have cycles, but this hasn't happened for some time. We had it happening in the late 60s. This would be a sign like this. And this would be, if you think about what was happening in the late 60s, and we had all of the Vietnam War protests, and we had really height of revolutionary energy in America. And this is coming to that same kind of cycle. And this is an indication that the people of America are rising up, and we aren't going to take it anymore. So we're getting to a, full up to here, and there's the movement of the people, the groundswell of the way that people feel is going to be made known, and there are going to be some big changes. So that is the nature of this Uranus and Pluto trine that we're expressing here. And that's one of the things. Let's take a look back to it. So we have Uranus and Pluto. And this is another thing that's really big right now is the Saturn and Neptune conjunction. Now, many of you, some of you have been, let's see, the last time that happened would have been in, let's say, in 1952 to 1953, if you're born in those years, 52, 53, or if you're born in around 1989, you would have this Saturn and Neptune conjunction as you see here in this chart. So think about your birth chart. If you're 52 to 53 or in 1989, you would have felt this. Now, you'll be feeling this more strongly because you have it in your natal chart. Two other people that have this in their natal chart that are of interest are Vladimir Putin, and we also have President Xi of China having this same effect. Now, you'll notice that Russia and China are having a resurgence of situation of taking over power in the world, partly due to the fact that America is shifting around so much that China and Russia are taking advantage of maybe you could say a weakness that America is showing on the world stage at this point. But at any rate, anyone who has this in their chart is going to be having being, let's say, an influence in your life where you might be coming into a new position of authority or of power in your personal power in your personal life. And so if for those of you who were born in those years that I mentioned, and for President Xi and for Putin, this is a change in the nature of their power that both of them are going through, and those of you in those other years. And it's quite a restructuring of the political landscape because of this influence and the Pluto influence. The whole politics is shifting. So there's a kind of a volcanic nature to it. Like say, the magma is flowing. Things are in a state of flux, and things are really changing on the world stage. And I would say that in a strong way, I see this happening because, we're coming up to the time of disclosure, and we're shifting awareness and consciousness so strongly in the earth. There's a more universal spirituality that is growing, and with disclosure coming up in the next few years, we are going to be entering a phase of globalization. So we will not have the same little fights between countries that we're having now, because Earth is going to become united in a different way. So you see that America has always been a big leader in spiritual life, let's say the direction of the global state of things. And so I think that America is changing in such a way that the other countries like NATO, etc., we can't trust America anymore. We don't know what's going on. Are they invading Greenland? Are they invading? It was a little bit crazy. So we're sort of losing this. America is losing the pinnacle of power that it's always had since World War II, being a leader. It's changing now, and it's going to be the world power situation is going to be more global. So Neptune and Saturn together as part of this restructuring, and Neptune is like a planet of dissolution, and Saturn is restructuring. So it's a dissolution of the old order of the earth and coming to a restructuring, which is going to be, in the end, after all this is said and done, more harmonious, because it's going to be all the people of the earth united in a global way. And some of the old things have to fall apart for this to happen. And that's why all these things are happening now. And especially the big powers, Russia, China, and America, are completely shifting in the power struggle. And it's going to end up in a humanitarian influence of the entire structure of the earth. It won't be fractured so much into the struggle between certain countries. It's going to be humanity working as one. So it's going to take a few years before this finalizes, but that's the nature of what we're going through right now. So look at it as a good thing, because it's going to work out in a good way. And then one other thing I wanted to mention here about this, the thing that's going on this week. We have the Pluto in Aquarius that we've talked about a lot. And this is in 3 degrees of 3 degrees. Anybody who has planets between 0 and 3, you're feeling this very strongly. And this, I would like to mention, I was looking at Christy Nome's chart. And if I can get it up, I hope I can, because I'm using this old program and it's bouncing around a little bit. There, it's bouncing. Well, it's gone behind the other pages, and I can't point it out to you, but let me mention that she has a really strong influence in that 3-degree area, where she has that Saturn and Neptune thing together in opposition to that Pluto. So her chart is showing a fall from grace. Let me put it that way. She has had some really good luck. She's a strong Sagittarius influence in Jupiter. She's had quite a few months of extravagance with Jupiter and Venus. She's been showing off her outfits and her hats and all these different poses that she makes, and she's been having really good luck and riding high. But she's going to have a big fall from grace. And anybody who has planets in the first few degrees of the cardinal signs, especially, that would be, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. If you have things right in the beginning there, you're going to have some big changes in your life. And she is really hers is involving Pluto. So it's like the death of something. And her career, I see, is going to come crumbling down, and she's going to be in a state of total disgrace. So her chart is looking like that. And also, I had Trump's chart up to show you. He's got some very big influences between Uranus and his ascendant Mars. I mean, his health is he is in real danger. He's in real danger, and he's going to be having episodes, I think, in this coming week and very near future, some very serious situations that will be no longer possible to hide how serious it's getting. And so that's happening. And let's see, I wanted to mention also, we're going to be talking about, oh yes, this. So there's also in the Chinese astrology, we have the year of the fire horse, and we have the Uranus Pluto cycle. All of these things are showing the revolutionary energy, and this is happening not just in America, but all over the earth. But strangely, the horoscopes of China, America, and Russia are the ones that are really feeling these transits more than in the other charts of the other countries. So the big, powerful countries are having a reorganizing in very intense ways. And we're going to be feeling these effects on and off. It's very strong right now, the Saturn and Neptune conjunction, especially until about April. So those of you who have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in your horoscope, that's natal horoscope, the next few months will be more intense for you, and you might see some real changes in your life that are lasting. And then I just wanted to mention that next week we're going to be talking in the show about the new moon that's happening in Capricorn on the 18th. This is going to be a really good opportunity for you to set some intentions for restructuring your life in a more positive way. And next week we're going to talk about that a lot, because it'll be in line for the 18th. You're going to have a really good chances to set some intentions and goals for your future, and we'll talk about that next week. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get the charts up, but next week I'll have my program back and running to show you a little bit better. But I didn't want to talk too much, because I know Debra is so good at doing those readings for you. We want to give her time. And last time I blabbed too much. So
you did not blab.
I did.
You are not a blabber.
I'm a blabber. And this year is just so crazy. There's never been anything like it in the history of astrology. I know we're all tired of hearing the word unprecedented.
I know, but I did learn how to spell it.
Unprecedented. We're tired of that word, but it has these astrology configurations that we have coming up this year have never happened in the history of man, modern history of mankind. Never happened. And it's going to be quite a wild ride. And I think we all should be grateful that we are born to live through such an historic, epic period of humanity. Everyone will be talking about this for centuries to come, about this moment in time with such a big nexus. So, I did hear one thing that I wanted to mention. Just one thing. I had been hearing about Rachel Maddow had mentioned that if just 3% of the people, just 3%, and that's the people in our community, and the spiritual people in the world focus on their energy in a positive way of meditation and vision of the future in a happy way. It's enough to change the whole momentum of the way we're going. So
So may I say that was from Rachel Maddow?
yeah, she was talking about that.
So may I say there's a lot of AI Rachel Maddows out there.
Oh, this
You'll
was really
notice
Rachel. This was really Rachel. If she was talking in
you'll notice that the AI one will move her hands a lot. Her body won't, but her hands will move, and everyone's captured there. That I mean, and Rachel Maddow usually doesn't say that's not her jam, but I
that
appreciate it.
wasn't,
It
it
would
was
be
not her show.
cool if she did.
She was in an interview with another person who I can't think of right now. It was
Ah,
a real,
I hope so.
it wasn't her show. It was an informal talk that she was having with an interview with another person, but it was really her talking. It wasn't
Uh,
an AI thing, but it was not her show. But anyway,
so we've got a couple of fun things to say here. Mary was saying, I live for your Friday night forecasts for the week. I love it and feel blessed to know about the energies coming up. Thank you so much for that acknowledgement. I love the forecasts as well. Hypnicity said something like that. You're a wealth of information. So little kudos there. For sure. I want to make an announcement. I have someone new. Someone new is in the house. First time to the show. Thank you I got to find you now. Oh, Joanne. Joanne NRVA. She came in at 6:15. It's my first time. But you think you joined a bit late? No, you didn't. Of course not. I do hope you haven't switched away and you stick with us. Let me explain a little bit. If you'd like to come in for a reading, the hashtag. This is the hashtag. Let me show you. So put hashtag Friday just like that in the chat, and then we'll draw. We'll draw a name, and if you win, you get a reading. But guess what, Joanne? First time here. If you're in the room, if you're in the house, say something in the comments because I'm going to give you. There she is.
hi, Joanne.
Your first time here, you get a reading for sure. I mean, and if for sure. Another thing happened. Well, I was out vacuuming. No, I wasn't. I was gone for a little while, but it wasn't vacuuming. Marby gave me a super sticker. So you are first up, Marby. So I appreciate that. I do believe you said you wanted a general reading. So I'm going to switch to live right now. Joanne says, yay. Strawberry Rhubarb says there's a lot of AI fakes. Yes. Conway, Rachel Maddow, Heather Cox, Richardson. I know it's really, really bad. One giveaway is that they're wearing the same clothes for each video. Yes. And there's other ways because their mouth doesn't open as wide as they naturally do. And remember, Rachel Maddow does this. Well, I can't really see because it's big, but she straightens her shirt. She pulls it down. Whenever she's ready to say something, she'll pull her shirt down, and she never did. So I say don't recommend this channel because there's a lot there. But as far as hating AI, I love AI. If it wasn't for Grammarly, I couldn't write my books. But I think they're going too far now. I'd like to do a reading for you, Marby. Oh, wait. The eyes move weird. Yeah, hypnicity, right. Wait, I want to tell you about Lalit's private readings. Oh, thank you, Strawberry. I got another super sticker. I appreciate that. You go to the top of the line. So we'll have more information about this next week about a workshop you're doing or a session that you want more private and one-on-one.
I was so inspired by you and your little class where you were teaching and people were asking questions. I said, I want to do this too, because we could have a small group. I mean, small, I would limit it to 6 to 8 people maximum, so that we can discuss your individual horoscope, teach you how to read a horoscope by using your own chart and what's going on now. And so that was my plan, but I didn't get it together very well to announce it.
That's our,
But
no, because we can announce it.
on
You
Sunday.
definitely, yeah, it would be on a Sunday. So my 3 workshops for numerology, learning numerology for the personal year, have been all full for January, but I do have the 31st. I opened up a 31st session, and then also February 14th is one. So that'll be more of a couples thing. I think I'll change it up. But so if you are too late to join in for the January sessions, I encourage you to take a look at that. And if you want to know more about the numerology, and I think there's a couple of people here that was in the workshop. Cynthia, did you get my oh, thank you very much for saying that you went on. If you do Venmo me or PayPal me, I need you to write that in the chat. Thank you, Cynthia. And I'm sure I got it, but if anybody does do that, yes, I did get it. So thank you. You're starred as well. Let me see if I have your question already. Sorry. So that's how smart I am. I take my glasses off and then wonder. Oh, yes, I have your question started. Let me go with Marby first. And then the second one is going to be our new attendant. Thank you so much. So Marby would like a general reading. And how I do that is first card out is going to tell me the topic Spirit would like to share with you. And that is a major card. So we're going to talk about your relationship with Spirit, your how you can strengthen it or move forward with it, be open to it. And it also is telling me right this minute that there is a good big fat dose of enlightenment. I'll just put it all into the word enlightenment, because however you can hear God, sometimes it's in your garden, sometimes it's riding your bike or a quiet time in your house doing dishes or something, because Spirit is a little bit on the quiet side. They whisper, they don't scream. Bullies scream. But it looks like they are knocking at your door. Now, I give the energy as, of course, for the next week or so. And it looks like you are well connected right now to get those that message that they want to queue up for you. Later on in the week, it looks like people get in your way and kind of bum you out or bring you down. The High Priestess is for later on in the week, but it's reversed. So it means that they still want to talk to you, but they ask you to slow down a bit. But success, whatever you have in your energy right now, your wishes, your concerns, its success is right around the corner. Do not give up. So your job is to chop wood, carry water. I like to say, go about your business and know that things are fine, so you can relax your mind and hear God clearly. So whatever happens around you, just let it go. I think the good bumper sticker for you is don't push the river, because which means you don't have to put any input into whoever's coming up to bug you. I'll just say bug you, because I have the reverse king. I have a reverse king, so maybe there's going to be something like that coming through. Let me see here. Oh, so strawberry rhubarb, yes, was in the workshop. Very enjoyable and informational. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, it's butterfly readings here. Yay, yay, yay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me zip on over to our new And Marby, I'll bless you and leave you with that. Let me find my new sister in my community, Joanne in RVA. I wonder where RVA is. Rural Virginia? I don't know. It's my first time. You never join late. Let me grab, I'm going to give you a general as well. Maybe you asked a question. Shoot, I forgot to look. I don't want to take a whole lot of time to look, but I will. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to bless you with a general reading at this time. The very first card out is a spiritual. Spirit wants to talk about spirit, of course. And I have got some good news for you. First of all, Spirit is telling me you are feeling a little unstable, not unstable like everything's falling apart, but like things are bothering you, like the world condition, your neighborhood, your community conditions, and then that moves into where your own insecurity, the what if starts happening. What if this happens? I might I have some insecurity about finances or housing or however big you want it to be. You're free to choose that, but I'm saying that Spirit is seeing your struggle. And it looks like there's someone coming pretty darn soon to guide you and inspire you for a new level of action. After that, it looks like it frees you up. It brings you joy. So this information is going to come from another person. So your homework is to simply do what you do with a new awareness of people who might have a message for you. It might have an impulse for you to start a conversation with a stranger even, and that stranger will move you into something. Another way to do that is if you're jonesing, if YouTube is your jam, then move into YouTube, being conscientious not to be too much on the true crime arrest police body cams. That's what I've been binging, and all I do, I would make a terrible policeman, because all I would want to do is tase everybody. I'm just terrible. Nonetheless, your job is to not watch stuff like that. Be aware, because there's a message for you coming this week. You're not going to miss it, but I'm just going to kind of shine the light on it so you don't get distracted by crime videos. Do you have any hit, Lalit?
Just thinking that I would like to pull an extra to this oracle deck. And I got from the oracle deck that you need to focus on your flexibility, that you need to be more malleable at this time and open to possibilities that maybe you didn't consider in the past. So flexibility is your keyword. You need to be flexible.
Awesome. Next is strawberry rhubarb. Thank you, Joanne, for stopping by. We're here every Friday. I go on with other people. I'll be on with Linda Date Gonzalez and Allie on Monday. And thank you for coming. We'd love to have you back. But also, we've got a general reading here coming up with strawberry rhubarb. First, what? I'm dealing from the bottom of the deck. I don't do bottom cards. Okay, again, isn't this interesting? Because we usually have a theme, right, that runs through. The very first card out is a major card. So we're talking spirit. The spirit understands your generosity, recognizes your generosity, because I've got the Six of Pentacles. One of the joys you have in your life is to be able to spontaneously give something to someone with a full heart, pay pay for someone's coffee or the stranger's coffee, that kind of thing. But to have that energy, whether you actually do pay for someone's coffee, isn't the point. What it is that understanding that that's what brings you joy. That's part of your cycle of reward you are born with, to enjoy that. And there will be opportunities for that. Things look quite hidden for you right now. I think you read the tarot. I can't remember now. Doggone it. I do have the moon reversed, meaning that there's hidden agendas. Uh, the moon upright means you just don't know what, you don't have the full picture of all the information on something. Reverse means that the information you don't have, you're not privy to, could be negative. However, you are protected. So I've got the Fool card, which is a remarkable card. It's one of the best in the deck. So the Fool card is coming out, and that is God's way of saying, we have prepared a blessing for you. Do not fear. We are not going to tell Debra or anybody else what the topic is of this blessing, because when it comes, you need to address it with a full heart, a genuine child's heart. And it comes in right after the reverse moon. So, and then right after that is, of course, the Nine of Pentacles. Everything seems to be back into order. So this is going to be a really awesome week. So whatever you don't know and wish you knew, please don't go chasing it. If you think somebody's talking about you behind your back, which I can't imagine, but that's just an example. Don't get all caught up. Let them do it. Let them say whatever they want. So because it's short-lived and it's not going to harm you unless you go searching for it. What'd you get, Lalit?
I got a beautiful symbol for you. It's the symbol of the hawk. So in Native American culture, etc., it's something about a big change that's coming to you. You've been holding on to some dream on the inside, and you're not one to hold back normally, but there's been something inside of you that has been wanting, you've been holding back a little bit. Now is the time to move on it, because you have the power to break through at this time. So it's time to let go of that force that you've been holding back, and you have the power to accomplish that dream and the force.
We have, that was great. I like that message. That kind of went with my reading too. We have some new people here. Seb here. Please, you're asking a question. And what we do is put hashtag, I'll put it up, hashtag Friday in the chat, which puts you in the queue for a free reading. Let me put that banner up real quick. Here it is. This is what you do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then right under that is, hold on just a second. I saw something else. Oh, Hypnicity. Thank you so much. You're a new member. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And I do have it starred. You right after, I hope it comes in. Let me star. So right after Cynthia, I will go ahead and give you a reading. Thank you so much. But until then, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot will bless you and leave you with that. And I have Cynthia here. There you are. So the question for Cynthia is, did my friend sell me out to my sister who hasn't spoken to me, who hasn't spoken to, who somebody hasn't spoken to since mom died 5 years ago? Saint Patrick. So that might be St. Patrick's Day. I don't. Did my friend sell me out to my sister, who hasn't spoken? I would have spoken to you since Mama died. So how can someone sell you out? But I'm going to try and frame the question is your friend undermining you? I don't know what selling out is. What uh, I'm in my imagination. I'm thinking it is because I've shared personal information with my good friend, and is she sharing that with my sister, who I don't want because I got a thing against? Let me just see here. Let me see if that happens. So I am going to say yes, but I mean, she has shared some things she might know about you, but in a way of admiration. She's talking you up a little bit. I know that she hasn't. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the picture that this friend has kind of sabotaged you before, and so thank you for the next sticker here coming up. Appreciate it. So if that's the case, then I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time worrying about that, because if you occupy your time of who knows what and who's getting the information wrong, that's no way to live. But it does look like she has been sharing information only, but in a way that hoping to put you in a better light with your sister. I think she's trying to help, but it the way she chooses to help kind of doesn't feel as good. She's doing her best, I think, but I don't know. And so Cynthia says you've got it. Okay, well, I'm glad I hit the mark on that. A childhood friend. Yeah, people move in and out of favor as we grow up, right? And so sometimes they're not, they can't be trusted, and sometimes they can. Lalit, what did you get?
I got this beautiful card, which is representing the tree of life. And in this message, it's showing that you've been feeling isolated and disconnected. And that is not your true nature. You're looking in the wrong place, because you have connection and support all around you. And don't look for it in places where you can't find it, because you have that support. You've been looking in the wrong place. So you have an inner strength, you have a spiritual strength, you have guidance. Work with from your own heart center, your gratitude, your heart, and your love, and let the small petty things go, because they're not, they're just going to detract you. So that kind of question was the wrong question. You're to look for your strength within yourself, and that's where you'll find the answer, and let those other things go, because they're distracting, just distraction.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's hard not to do it. I think you're a 2911, so your emotions, sister, I'm the same way. I believe you're a 2911, and we have to be careful, because our emotions can carry us in different directions, and it's totally justified. And from our point of view, and that can get us in trouble. But I know it's unnerving. The best revenge is to do well. Say, how are you? How are you, Cynthia? I have the best life. I'm so happy. And they'll be totally jealous.
The love is within you.
Yeah.
That.
We've got Hypnicity, and is it Laurel? I don't have my glasses. I got your super sticker, sweetheart. Laurel, I think it is. And you'll be next. But right now it's Hypnicity. My step grandson was born on, oh, let me see that. Oh, numbers. Thank you, Hip. How can I best support him? So 5, 10, 15. Yeah. 5, 6. Okay, so he's going to be he's going to be a bit of a jumper arounder. Like try not to label him, I don't know, these things, ADD, ADHD, or whatever. And because I think that's a catch-all for things, but he has a genius about him with those numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, he's a 14-5. So what he needs to learn is being grounded. And so structure is this. So if he'll want to go right to the ice cream, and you say, well, we have to eat our chicken first, that type of thing. And in the beginning, don't go back on that. Because he needs to learn protocol to do well in his life. Because I'm afraid that if he doesn't, they're going to, because it's very popular to have the geniuses be put into this disabled camp. And remember, that's why you wonder where the Mayans are. You want to know where, what was that other one? Another tribe. They would kill all of the creatives in their tribe, all of them. Well, do you see any hanging around? I mean, they just disappeared, right? So I'm just trying to throw shade on history, which isn't my place. Nonetheless, I'm afraid that people are going to want to label him on the spectrum. Now, I'm not saying he might not be, but that's what genius first looks like. The next thing he's going to need to learn is how to motivate himself as far as being okay right now. And little kids do this. You can't do it, when they're really, really little, because he's 10, 11 years old. But he's at the age where right now he has a habit of doing something, a creative something, or say an interesting story, and then look for the acceptance of others to tell him whether he did it well. And so when he tells you a story, this is an example. When he tells you a story, okay, she says he's got some bad habits around sick days. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm sure he does have some habits, because the energy of a 5, especially with the independence that he wants to have, but he's looking for his value from someone else, and he's devastated if he doesn't make the mark in a way that's a little bit more than others around that energy. So bad habits, we're all going to have them. But read up on a 5 life path. I did do, now in my book, self-promotion, sorry about that, but in my book, the 5 life path is chapter 5. So please read that one, because that's what he's going to have to be a challenge for. And that's in my book, what knocks you off your happy, when life knocks you off your happy. So on Amazon, I don't know if you read that part, but every chapter is a life path number. So chapter 1 is life path 1, chapter 5 is life path 5, and it's centered about how kids move information. So it might be worth a peek at. Thanks, will do. Oh, you have the book. Yeah, 5 will definitely help. And we've got a chart up here. Let me go out of the way.
This would be your step grandson. The one thing that shows in this chart is his tenacity and determination. He's not going to give up on his goals. He's got strong Taurus influence with the Sun and Mars. He's got Jupiter in Leo, the Moon Aquarius, and a strong Saturn. So he's got a lot of strength of character and a lot of perseverance that will carry him through. And he has a good mixture of joy and optimism with structure. So I think that he's going to be he has potential to do really good things in life.
Awesome. 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 And I have a super sticker here. Oh, it's Lorraine, right? Is that what it is? Lorraine, thank you so much. I love your puppy. It looks like your puppy has an underbite, which makes him look even cuter. I'm going to quickly look here, Lorraine, if I've got you down for a specific question. If not, I'm just going to give you my general, which I love. Oh, there you are. He does, and he will be 17 years old in March. Oh, gosh. Okay, general. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So the general is always fun for me. I love it. First card out is another, everyone, it's another spiritual card. So it's just like we are so close to spirit tonight. I got to tell you, there's 78 ways spirit can speak to us, speak to me. And there's only, out of 78 cards, there's only 22 major cards. And here I get a major card with every general reading. I think I love to draw attention to that. The next, girl, okay, here we are. You have an amazing lineup. So I've got I've got 3 major cards for you right away. The Empress reversed. Empress upright is Mother Nature, going barefoot in the sand, working with your crystals, maybe practicing hoodoo, magic, voodoo, Wiccan. So those are all, and shamanism. So that's the whole thing about Empress. And so Spirit is asking you to move into that, even if it just means going out, because we change our life at the level of action. I'd like to encourage you to, if you get bored or I don't know what to do and you're reaching for something that you shouldn't, like ice cream, I don't know. Ice cream, it should always be available, but you know what I mean? So you get kind of bored, and so you might eat too much, or you might get angry or fly off the handle or feel this tension. Mother Nature is going to take good care of you for that. And so so go out to your backyard or take a walk around the block. There, Spirit recognizes that you feel there's a pressure, and we've got the Strength card, meaning grace under pressure. So when you go through a hard time or tension, and this can also go with I knew it, girl. She says, I've been overeating for the last 2 weeks. You and me too. Let's go out to lunch. Let's go to a buffet, get the feedback on. Oh, girl, I hear you. So to break that, Spirit is just asking you to, before you have the sandwich, just take a little walk around the block or around just go outside. That's all they're asking. And she says, heck yeah. So that's the only thing they're requesting. We change our life at the level of action. When you do something, a different action, it's going to give you a new idea. Spirit is really in nature anyway. So new idea, a new perspective, and then you can still come in and have the sandwich. Don't get me wrong, but have that session here. I do have the Ace of Cups, meaning there's going to be a passion, some sort of, how do I say it? Like when I'm into something I love, like writing, when I'm writing, I forget to eat. I forget to do a whole lot of stuff because I'm in the zone, and everybody here has felt that zone. Now, I believe it is such a happy zone for me that I don't even age. So I definitely need to write more. But it looks like something's going to come in that you're going to say, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I really like that. And it's going to kind of fill a gap with the Nine of Cups, fill a gap for you coming up. So she says, dancing is my passion, but I don't get to do it much anymore. I don't know how old you are, but there's something there. Now, what you can do as a light worker is, and I am not kidding about this, it sounds funny, but I'm not kidding. You can do a meditation where you are dancing, and it could be in front of a huge audience for a prize or a trophy. It could be just moving into a Beyonce or it doesn't matter, but you can dance in your mind, and that's where God will meet you. He wants to meet you there. So it doesn't mean you have to wait to go outside to dance. You can do it all in your imagination, and I swear it'll work. Lily, what did you get?
Well, I get a cosmic egg sign for her, a chance of a new rebirth. But girl, you don't have to just dance in your imagination. Dancing, even just your little pinky finger. Get some music on. I have a little playlist that I make from on my favorite songs on YouTube for this purpose. Things that make me feel like I want to just move around. You can just be
Yeah.
in your house. You can move your just part of your body with joy and passion, but moving is really important for you. So get yourself a little playlist, put it on, and then do as the spirit moves you. You can be sitting down and dancing in your chair. You can be lying in your bed. You can just be just doing little mudras with your hand position, something. But get a move on there. It's a rebirth for you. One thing will lead to another.
Yeah, I know. When I was a kid and in dancing, I didn't have space to practice my dancing. So I did it in my head and it just paid out. It's my dancing was all aces, if I can say a gambling term, all aces, or a tarot term. So I bless you and leave you with that. Thank you so much for coming in. And the next one, we've got another, I thought I saw another sticker. No, maybe I'm through with stickers. Did I miss anybody? Let's see. So I think I've got all the super stickers taken care of. So we're going to spin the wheel. I'm going to add here and see who's next. Seb here. I think I might have just read you. Is that you? No, that wasn't you. No. Okay. And I'm going to go and look to see if you're here. Seb here. Please write your, oh, there you are. Not yet. Okay. You can remove my entry. Okay, sweetheart. Are you doing okay? So, Seb, is there a specific question you'd like, sweetheart? Or a general? And you won't believe this. Another major card comes out. So we are all really, I'm just a little, oh, you're a little lost? You got it. You got it, baby. So this is another lineup where, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I only give like 5 cards out, and most of them are major cards. We've got some, Lalit, our audience is so connected to God. I know that when you feel lost, you feel like you're on your own down here on this dense earth. But I got to tell you, you are not alone. So one of the reasons why you feel lost is because you have a deep sense of justice. Let me tell you, you are a horrible liar. You're like a lie detector, so you can see when someone's doing a bypass on you. And so that is a wonderful trait to have in general a blessing. Unfortunately, you're also aware of the global. One of the things you are also aware of is what I'm picking up here is you're able to take, sweetheart, you are able to take the opposite view. I'm not saying you adopt the opposite view, but you try and you pray every day. But you try to reverse engineer their thinking so you can understand why the world is the way it is. That's why you're listening. I got to tell you, they're all the way, everything everyone is doing in the world is they were able to choose it. And they have big decisions and they have problems, and karma is not good or bad. It's just cause and effect. It's a perfect system. And so with empaths like yourself, sensitivities, you can lose hope. So what I'm hoping that you do is not listen to people, but listen to spirit. Now it's easy for me to say. Let me give you a scenario. You see the atrocities online. Someone gets killed. And you take that on saying the world is just this inhumane thing that's going on is so hard for me. I can't stand it any longer. It's just like you lose hope for everything. And I understand that. But let me tell you, all the people who witnessed that has an opportunity to choose differently. That event that happened, I won't go into it. Somebody passed away. That was someone's last straw regarding the present administration. It was a dynamic situation. And so there's people who are afraid and mean and all that stuff, but we all have chances to make our own choices. But I do believe the table is turning. I do also see that your hope is going to come back, is coming back. If you're able to, I need to say this a certain way. You will have an opportunity this coming week to say no, to choose differently, to say no to someone. And you don't have to give them any reasons why. Just say it's not a good time. I don't care how you say it. Don't go all into it, and don't ponder why you feel guilty not helping them out. Okay, that's your homework, is to choose differently when someone comes up and says, hey, I really need the $100 or so. I don't know what it is. Now you can do you. If spirit comes in and wants you to give, that's fine. But it looks like someone who doesn't have your best interest. It is an older woman. It doesn't have your best interest, or isn't considering your emotions over it, and you will feel taken advantage of. So that adding to this burden of life is so horrible, people are so horrible. So now she has, I know I'm taking too long on this, but she has the ability to choose different as well. But spirit is saying, just say no, and it's not a good time, or I don't have it, or whatever. Just try it out. And what happens is your hope comes back. The star of enlightenment comes back. Community comes back with the three of Pentacles. You get grounded. So you're going to be A-okay, my dear. And the world has to be this way. It's called faith. It has to be this way for those to choose differently. And then the tipping point, like what Lalit was talking about earlier, there is a tipping point. And I think it's happening. I truly believe it's happening. Do you have anything to share?
This card that is called Time. And in this card relates to the fact that there's something in your past that's really bothering you and dragging you down, and you've had trouble letting go of it. And you need to remember that we live in the here and now. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow will never come. You live to be in the here and now. So when you wake up in the morning, give gratitude. You have a brand new day. You have a brand new start. And with gratitude and love working in your heart center, you can create yourself a whole new environment and be much happier and create a whole new life. You're going to says creating a positive future. So look.
Yeah. Yep. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
So, you work with Lilith. Oh, are you a Wiccan? Oh, that's lovely. There's a shop called Art of the Root. Art of the Root, and they have a lot of conjuring items there that are just lovely. So we'll bless you and leave you with that, my dear. Make sure this week you look at the micro and not the macro. So just concentrate on what brings you joy, like a nice ice cream. I'm going to stick with ice cream because I bought some today and I can't wait to have some. So I'm going to bring in our, whoops, that didn't work. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on a minute. I don't know about this thing. There we are. Okay, it worked. I'm going to take, oh, you're so welcome, sweetheart. I am going to do the winner again. We're just over 1 hour and I need to get to my ice cream. So I am going to draw again. Let's see what happens. Maureen, yay! I think, Maureen, you had requested a general. I hope I'm right. So, Maureen, you are a winner. So the first card out. Now we're looking at something that's has to do with movement. It literally means that you don't feel you have, let's see if I can get us back. You don't feel like you don't see a clear road for success for the long term. That's fine. A lot of it is because you have family to tend to. And the magic is still there. I do have the Fool card reverse, meaning that Spirit is bringing help and blessings. It's just that you're so overwhelmed, it's hard for you to see it. Yeah. Also, Spirit is saying you have everything you need for success, the Magician. So you're capable, and to not feel like a victim. That's a hard one. So upright, the Ten of Swords, means you feel like you've been thrown under the bus. Someone has sabotaged you. You feel like a victim. And sometimes you really have been thrown under the bus. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but it's coming in reverse, reminding you are not a victim. You are bringing grace to the situation. There's a heartbreak inside your situation right now. And I understand those deep feelings. I really, really, really do. But when things start to pass away, I know you're caring for people. And I don't mean physically pass away like people dying or anything, but the idea of the family being a whole. This happens a lot at Christmas time when they feel responsible for or obligated to create Christmas with traditions and stuff like that. Some people refuse to have that morph into something that's more acceptable in general. So that's where the kind of vibe I'm getting right now. You're going to be just fine as far as finances go, and as far as legal, if you want legal, whatever you're doing, everything's aligned to meet up with you on that. It's a cycle that's difficult, but it is manageable, and you can move into the Eight of Cups. I don't have the Eight of Cups here, but you can look that up on the internet. It's walking away from something that doesn't serve you any longer, and that could be feeling very sad that the world is changing in your family, and that's hard. That's a hard one to give up, sweetheart. But I'll bless you and leave you with that. Lalit, do you have?
Yes, this is something unusual. This card is called Einstein Intuition E equals MC squared. But what this actually is, it's saying you got to be on the lookout because you are about to receive a divine message, an inspiration from someone on the being on the other side. One of your higher guides who has your best interest at heart is sending you a message. So you be open and looking out for this. It could be just an intuitive download, a flash of inspiration that you recognize. It could be something coming, in any kind of unusual source, but it's about to appear in your life. So be open for it and trust it, because this is a communication from your guides that is going to be a game changer for you. So be on the lookout to receive this wonderful piece of
That's so cool. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I know life is difficult. We have some very gifted empath. Everybody here in our community is an empath, and it can get overwhelming. But remember that what you're in charge of and what is in your control. And so with that, we'll bless you and leave you with that. Next week, Friday, same thing, new presentation, and then some mini readings. Thank you for your support. Really, really appreciate that. And thank you for the new members that signed up. It means the world to me. And we'll see you next week. Have a blessed week. And I'll be available on Monday, a couple of times on Monday. And I do have the classes, numerology workshops available for next month or later this month. All right. Have fun, everybody. Love you.